Good morning.
I never got it. We're on team stream next time, so you might want to. Actually? Yes.
We're going to go to the beach to do more media day, as well as some fun stuff and probably eat food over there for lunch.
Smile.
Okay, next.
2, 1. Best 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, my name is Matthew Russell, also known as Lesser, and I play Rock League for Syracuse University. I'm honestly really excited because it is a completely new environment that I've ever experienced. You know, I've never really played in an environment that wasn't dedicated for esports, or at least only for esports in that area. But this is an actual restaurant. People are eating around me. People are getting up on tables and dancing. There's loud music, so I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be different. Hopefully, it can throw my opponents off their game.
What's up, y'all? My name is Alex Tiz Ortiz. I'm a freshman here at Syracuse studying data science. Our only downfall necessarily could be not passing the ball enough and just some mental things. And obviously, it's new scenery. Like Matt and I are both freshmen, so we haven't got much experience under our belt, but this will be a good test for us.
Hello, I'm Gabe Baby Goodwin. I'm a junior at Syracuse University, and I'm captain of the Syracuse University Rocket League team. Last year's Boost on the Beach was definitely not the best. It was me and 2 walk-on players, so expectations weren't very high. But I still felt like I played good last tournament when we played last year, even though it wasn't a great result. So looking forward ahead to this year. We brought on 2 new recruits, so we're looking to hopefully win this year.
One, go!
Preset players are good to an extent, but if you try to overplay some of those...
If the game had just kept going, they probably would have lost. But Durfel came in and said, like, almost everyone snapped back to reality. It's like, we need to be aggressive. We will lose the game if we do not start imposing our will.
Fate him.
Put her over it, that's all.
Nice, good block. Go again. Nice.
It's like you basically just front flip the race. No, he got off.
Good morning, Travis.
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. How's it going? Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
My teammates don't like me, they're not walking with me.
Another year at the Land in the Sand, better known as Boost on the Beach 2026. What a pleasure it is to welcome you back. Talk about the distance that these teams traveled to get here. Also, shout out to Syracuse for providing us with some lovely iPads to look alongside. So obviously, look at this beautiful crafted map by Syracuse. Some, not shockers there. We have a lot of hometown teams. We have 3 Carolina schools. South Carolina has been to every Boost on the Beach. And let's talk about the host school. Even though they're not in New York, they came all the way down to fly everybody down. The staff, the students, the players. This is Syracuse.
Excited for Syracuse, man. This is an incredibly talented team. Gababy, again, the original signing for this team to sort of like pop them off. Then we've got LeSure immediately afterwards, and obviously everybody knows the main man, Tiz. Again, these 3 have kind of been touted as like obviously the big signings for Syracuse, but one of the biggest signings overall, and with Coach Kamikaze as well as Flow State, a dual coach duo that is focusing on this team. This is one of the most well-rounded rosters we have at this event, if not the favorites to win the whole thing.
Without further ado, Boost on the Beach 2026 is underway.
Got it. Yeah, shot.
And at this point, you got to wonder, Cuse, what happened?
Again, they have so much they've had to learn, and they're going to pick up another one. 40 seconds into the entire event, and Maryland is already on fire.
We literally only had the first 30 seconds, and they know it too, which is gonna, it's gonna mess with them mentally too.
Has to stay close to this one. Turtle look for a passing play. All 3 members of the Terrapins have to be up, and Hex cannot get back in time. Syracuse in cruise control in game 2.
What weird challenges in a row from Cuse, though. Leaves only 1 man back. LeSure's got a full tank of boost, but he doesn't have the touch. A misplay, and we're heading to game 5.
6 minutes of overtime. Your first series of the morning. Only this event can provide a show like this.
Nice.
How about this? Maryland once again. Nothing further as we come off the backboard. We will see this reset that new indicator glowing, but a follow-up is read by Tiz. Syracuse might go for an extra goal off the backboard. Is anyone going to get there in time? They're going to opt for another goal, and it will not matter whether they're greedy or not. They got the lead. They held it. Does it get scary? Absolutely, but that is land to a T. And Syracuse, host school, 1 seed, game 5 victory.
They're defender guys. They always.
Does it get scary? Absolutely. That is land to a T. And Syracuse, host school, 1 seed, game 5 victory.
It was a good pass. I can't afford to with how much demos he's on. I can't.
Everyone, thank you so much for coming to hang out today for the boardwalk games.
Yep, come on. GG's.
You know what the fuck, gang? It's 10 years up.
But more than anything, and we talked about this yesterday, I have to reiterate it, like, it's just as easy to focus on like what your teammates are doing badly as it is to focus on finding things they're doing well. And if we're telling each other what we're playing bad during the series, it's not going to make us play better.
We need to assess a team going into it, because it's like I told you guys in the beginning of this day, we are the favorites going into this. So every team we play are going to play like they have nothing to lose, put everything out there. And that is how most teams will produce their best Rocket League games.
Yeah.
The good thing we went 4-0 today, I'm happy about that, but like performance-wise, going into tomorrow and like for the bracket, we need to show the Syracuse that made 0, the Syracuse that literally came out of nowhere, and we almost like made it the first time for top 8.
Focus as a team, there's 2 main focuses that you need to have. It's number 1, what are your teammates doing well? And number 2, what are your opponents doing poorly? Yeah. Not the other way around. But yeah, I mean, there's challenges coming ahead, and we need to be ready for those challenges and kind of look forward to those challenges. It's the only way we're going to approach them well.
1, 2, 3, momentum!
We still think that we are the favorites coming into this tournament to win. Today was a little bit humbling. Our competition was definitely, they played better than we might have thought. We also played a lot worse than we thought, which led to the series being a lot closer. But we just know that we just got to play our game tomorrow, you know, going into it. Fix all the mistakes from today, and if we play our game tomorrow, I'm confident that we'll do good.
Even after these close games, I do believe we are still the #1 team. I think everybody can have an off day. I think we're just warming up to the event. I mean, we haven't really played together on a LAN since Hawaii. You know, it was iffy, but I think we grew a lot from it, and we're gonna take what we learned from then and today into tomorrow. And I think we're still gonna win.
The coaches were helpful with like staying calm, mostly for my teammates, because they were getting really nervous. But like once Kamikaze and Flow State like talked to them, like they were a lot better.
If we can carry our momentum throughout the bracket, I think that we'll do good. And if we ever lose our momentum, figuring out how to get it back quickly.
We're gonna do kill tomorrow. I feel confident.
Me, Tiz, and Gabe, we play our OCS tonight. I think we're gonna get a lot better from that, just warming up, playing even more, making sure we're gonna be ready for tomorrow.
I'm beat. Top right full. I'm on their back roll, Bop.
Come back. Wedding?
Catch it.
Catch it. I don't want you to be upset.
Tiz, we gotta get up.
Bro, what time is it, bro?
It's game time!
Buddy?
Again, we're about to get into Syracuse, and I think you're going to see one of the most controversial off-ball impact ratings of the entire thing. And this is packed. 90. Coming into the this tournament, #1 overall seed. And despite some shaky series, the stats still look good for the Orange. Yeah, let's go through a quick recap of what we have got going for us. Group A standings. We have we've got a pair of stacked groups in all honesty, and I think Group A was a prime example of just how competitive this event has been. Syracuse on top, 5-0, favorites to win the tournament, potentially. Them and ETSU are right up there with each other at the moment, but it was so shaky from the Orange. I mean, that has to be the most precarious 5-0 group stage run that we've seen in a little while. You got UT Dallas and Northeastern, and with how Northeastern have started today versus how UT Dallas have started today, that could be a really good series as well in round 1.
Going to this matchup, Northeastern over UTD. Northeastern upset UTD in terms of seeding to make it to where we are now against Syracuse, the #1 seed out of that group.
Yep, Syracuse, the #1 seed out of Group A, the #2 seed after the group play. Northeastern came out to #10 seed after group play has concluded. But speaking of Northeastern, they're starting to heat up. As we see here, the key players, like we mentioned, Tiz and Harlequin, 34 goals for Tiz. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, but looking on the defensive side as well, I mean, both players have been up a pretty good performance. Harlequin is, kind of edging out the numbers there for Tiz, 33 saves to his 27. So kind of indicative that both of these players are going to be on both sides of the ball, whether it's, an incredible shot on goal, an incredible goal, or, that crazy save. Throughout the 4 years, they have faced each other every single year. And lifetime, including yesterday's match, they are tied 2-2. And both teams have placed absolute last. Both teams have placed top 4. So it kind of is like all roads lead to this matchup at Boost on the Beach, getting into game 1 here in the quarterfinals.
Cut it. Beat him. Open. To me. Yeah, I'll be left.
Looking for more. Stopped up in the air by Kid. Now Tiz up, finds the ball, tries to pass it down. Lesser with the shot. Off the crossbar it goes. Kababy.
Good beat in. And then feel that.
Let's go, man.
We need to control the ball. I control it every single time. Control 50. That's all we're going to do.
Tiz goes to challenge. Not quite that much boost in his pocket. Now it's Kababy against 3. Tries to send the ball in. And he does. The Syracuse captain, Kababy, calls game.
Off. You? Why'd you just do that? GG's.
ETSU have already clinched their spot in the grand finals, and now it's Syracuse's turn to do the same. But they've got a massive speed bump to have to get over with Florida Southern sitting there on the bottom side of the semifinals. They were the 2nd seed coming out of Group B after a fantastic day 1. This Florida Southern team has been waiting for an event where they fully put things together, and this is it for them. Kababy is leading a charge that I'm sure he hopes is headed straight for the grand finals.
We've talked about it before on the broadcast, but this is now the first major step for the new generation of Syracuse Rocket League. And these two players on both ends, Astro has been consistent for Florida Southern. He's been a dark horse in the Southeastern community. In Eastern, a national Rocket League, you count on Astro, but Kababy's been doing it since day 1.
Syracuse came here to lift a trophy and to fall short of the grand finals in your school's hosted event. I mean, there's a lot riding on this for the 3 Syracuse boys. And while they haven't been great on land throughout this trio's career, this is the time to step up. This is the event to step up and show that you can be a lethal force on land.
Without further ado, there's 2 series between now and then, but Florida Southern will not roll over easily. It's the Orange and the Mox.
Yep. Waiting. No one's up. Ball. Nice. Wait, middle.
They're all in the corner right now. FSC getting a little jumbled up, and that sucks 2 players into the midfield, leaving Luelty in a 1v1 with Lesser and soon to be Tiz. Lesser sets Tiz up, and Tiz knocks things down.
Nice!
Hopefully it's not another quick 3-0 with how game one's gone.
Well, I will say game one looks a little bit better than what it truly was at the end of the day. Is there going to be another Syracuse goal? And Tiz will pad the stats once again. If this is how you're going to do it, this is going to be a little bit of a threat to ETSU, who are watching on the upper level. And if there's anything they're looking at, it's probably only fuel for them to get ready for that grand final, seeing how much fun they're having. They're going to want to put an end to that quick.
Got it. That's it. To me. Okay, you. Okay. Got it. You fake it, up. Nice, open.
Syracuse, though, are feeling the pressure of this Florida Southern attack, however. We'll see if they can hold on.
This was Samurai Yulti! Only needs a little bit of a quick turn and the right time to turn that one into something. The mocks are on pace. Again, a great controlled, completely night and day comparison between game one and game two. K Frost trying to work his way around a few, but the Syracuse counterattack is too strong. Gababy's got a lane. That one's wide open, and Syracuse goes up 3.
Syracuse will pick up an easy third goal. Florida Southern now are seeing their demons reappear here on Champions Field.
I'm backward. Off. He's on. Good. He's there.
That Florida Southern need in game 4, but Syracuse 3-0, calm, cool, and collected, 1 game away from a grand final.
Hold on.
Nice!
One more. Good defense.
Syracuse know this thing is wraps. They'll put a cherry on top of a semifinal Sunday, and they'll be eating well tonight. Syracuse come into the second semi and are tested by Florida Southern, but the #1 overall seed coming into the tournament will join ETSU, the #1 overall seed in the bracket in the grand finals.
GG's.
We have ETSU versus Syracuse. And again, these are the two teams we expected to get here. The way that they got here, though, was a little different than anticipated. ETSU, their largest challenge of this bracket was UNC Charlotte in the quarterfinals. For Syracuse, it was the last round against Florida Southern, where it is a 4-game series, 3-1 to Syracuse. East Tennessee State University and Syracuse are here for our grand final. Everybody on the team is feeling good, and why wouldn't you when these are the type of players you have on your team? We got Leo on the right, Lesser on the left, and you can see the stats across the board impressive.
And we have highlighted all 6 players in this grand final so many times. Kasai and Gababy and Tiz have been talked about time and time again. So we talk about some of the hidden superpowers of this team. We will talk about Adrift. We're going to get there in a second. But Leo, even though he's not the main goal scorer, he fills up every living category to the teeth. And Lesser, I think the biggest hidden gem in this grand final. If he plays the way he did in that semi, Syracuse could jump out to an early lead, and I would even argue end this grand final early.
Get it started. Syracuse, ETSU. There is only one crown, and already it's looking like ETSU will get the first, but denied on the line. Follow-up to Gababy, cleared out, and somehow, some way, through 30 seconds, Syracuse will survive the onslaught.
I have it. I jump. Over me. I'm dead. One up. Drop. Mike left. Nice. Up. Yeah, shot. You. Left side. Left. I have it.
And somehow ETSU are prepared.
You have to be. You have to expect every opportunity to be in control. That one's bottom.
Nice! Come on! Never listen to me.
The goal here would be a whole lot of security, but they can barely even take a shot on net. Lesser, once again challenged, he'll take the boost again in the corner, and feels like we just did a 360.
Lesser off the top side, redirect!
Yeah! You like that?
Back 3 seconds to go now. It is all in Adrift's hands, trying to get it over 1. It's going to be a little too far from Kasai. It cannot be kept up, and Syracuse grab game 1.
Let's go! Come on! Good work!
Speak a lot of positives. You don't need the shots right now. You're going to need them as the series goes on, but if you let Lesser find almost 3 demos, things are going to get dicey. Syracuse, their dying efforts with 15 to go.
That is like 15 demos in a row. Surely it's enough, and it is. And honestly, it's deserved that Lesser gets the goal.
Playing with one. I have it. Taking time. 50 now.
But as this ball lingers in the half, we could have overtime. Interception from Gababy, and it'll hit the ground. 1-1 OT, game 2. It's not do or die, but it feels like it for ETSU.
Oh my gosh, and the kickoff strat! And Syracuse flips the series on its head.
Good work! Good work! Come on!
And with under half a minute to play, it is now or never for East Tennessee.
Time for a drift, but he's awkward. Gababy's got a fake. He's gonna go top left!
Fake. Nice! Come on! Let's go! Come on!
The incomprehensible and the impossible in a potential reverse sweep starting on Champions Field. But on the other end of the storybook, Syracuse, 1 game away from being the first ever host school to win a boost on the beach and their first LAN as a unit. This would do wonders for the culture, and they're 1 game away.
50 over. That's all. Left side. He's touching.
But Syracuse, again, they have had no problems scoring in bunches. They need another momentum swing, and the demos are already starting.
They need to be careful, though. That's the first double commit I've seen from them. That is clearly going to cost them. They can't get any sort of offense together here, and the pitch the other way finds its way straight into the net. All right, ETSU have come to life.
He has it. No, done. Top left full. Up there cross. Yeah, he missed. You?
Baby, who's been as consistent as ever, but Leo, a huge bump there. Ball will go middle. Syracuse is going to be passed to. It's all up to Kasai. Lesser, you have to play off a bump play. 2v1. He survives. It will roll in. Syracuse, how do they do it?
3 seconds to go, and Hughes once again find a miracle. I have no idea how this is possible, but we may yet again see overtime. No follow-up. Syracuse are trying a lot of things to get this offense started, but it is only momentary at best. The baby, though, time, space, reset, and teammates. He'll get the bump. Lester will get the 50. Where is Tiz? Not going to fully commit, but he will. Shoot off. Tiz not going to fully commit, but he will. Shoot off. The baby is going to kill. Syracuse are going to finish on the beach champions. Go, baby, you're him. You're him. Go.
The vibes were incredible. We were all happy. We were all locked in. We were trash talking. I mean, it was the most perfect environment we could have had, and I think that's one of the main contributing factors to our win today. Nothing's quite as special as LAN. You know, that's everything is going to be intense. Everything's going to be passionate, but that in-person feeling, seeing the people that you beat, and seeing your teammates and everything in person with the crowd around you, people hyping you up. I mean, it's an incredible experience, one of a lifetime.
I think having both of our coaches present was really important. It helped us regain after we had a tough series and a tough day 1. This is a huge confidence booster for us, and we're gonna take what we learned this LAN and apply it to our future LANs together.
Be confident, be passionate, understand that mistakes are going to happen, bad games are going to happen, but as long as we can learn from it and capitalize off of it, I mean, we won. Why can't we do it again?